Look, shit on my chest. Got some shit on my chest.
Alright, y'all. Class is in session. We got $Sean. What would you like to be called?
Nah, it's just Shun.
Shun, yeah. Shunmeout. Okay.
$Sign just replaced the S. That's it.
Okay. Right now, he's a Houston, Texas artist rising. You know what I'm saying? I like his music. Feel like he's one of the best lyricists in the city right now. So I wanted him to pull up for an interview. So let's start from the beginning. Like, where are you from?
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, you know, I bounced around a lot because my stepdad job and shit. So I was moving from Memphis. I moved to Santa Barbara, California. Then I moved to Texas. I was staying on like the east side. And then I moved back to California. And then I ended up, we were staying in Long Beach at that time. And then we had moved back to Texas my 9th grade year, high school. Then I've been here ever since.
So you basically moved around a lot and you experienced a lot of the culture, basically.
Yeah, a lot of different shit, man.
Yeah, you were exposed to a lot of different, things in the city. Because I took my first California trip this year, and I could tell how different it is from the H, other places.
Yeah.
And so how do you begin rapping?
I started rapping really because of a lot of my homies that I went to school with. You know what I'm saying? They was rapping and shit. And we used to always be up there. I went to school in Nacogdoches at SFA. So it's a small ass town. You know what I'm saying? We up there in the summertime. You either working, you know what I'm saying, trying to stack your bread, and we just chilling. So them niggas start writing and start rapping and shit. And then them niggas really one day just convinced me, like, man, my son, hop on the track. And shit, I hopped on the track, and then people was fucking with that shit.
And you just took it from there.
Yeah, and from there, I just started writing songs, you know what I'm saying? And, really, I was just writing verses, and then my homies would hop on the other verses and shit like that. And then it got to the point where people started fucking with my verses tough. Then I was like, man, let me see where I can take this shit to the next level. Okay. Start writing songs by myself and shit like that.
One thing I did notice in your lyrics was you teased about hooping and then you dropped the ball for the mic. That's a common thing with a lot of rappers. What made you drop the ball and pick up the mic?
Man, what made me drop the ball was really, I feel like I ain't put, because really, I ain't get the scholarships that I wanted coming out of high school. You know, I had offers to like small ass places and shit like that, but me looking at it big picture wise, I was like, you know, I'm not finna go to the league. I ain't put in enough work to go to the league. Yeah. So I was just like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna just go to school. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I don't think, it wasn't just like immediate, like, okay, drop the ball and pick up the mic. Cause I ain't pick up the mic until my senior year of college. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like that was two things that just came natural to me. I don't know if it's just like hooping came natural. I just ain't put in enough work to get where I really wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And rapping really just came natural as fuck. Like, I don't even know. It's like once I picked it up, I was good at it, so I just kept running with it. You know what I'm saying?
And you just take it from there and just keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause I know a lot, it's a common thing. Rappers, have hoop dreams and then they end up picking up the mic, for different type of reason. You a pretty tall dude, so I'm pretty sure you was pretty, point guard type of what position?
I was like two or three.
2 or 3. Okay. Yeah. Now the Rough Draft. Is that your first actual tape?
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah.
And how did you come up with the whole theme and everything like that?
Man, to be honest, it wasn't even like a well thought out process. It really felt like everything was just falling into place. Like even when it comes to the cover art, like I was just doing that photo shoot for one of my homies. She was a photographer, and she was just looking for males to shoot, do pictures and shit. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I seen that picture, and I'm like, damn, this is
that's a cold ass picture. Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, we just gonna take that and run with it. And then you know what I'm saying. The songs like I really did that off of like it was really all off feel, like, cause that was really. Different songs that I just had, I just ended up putting them in order to what I feel like it'll flow like, you know what I'm saying, real good. And then in between there, I'm thinking like, okay, I got the order now. It'll be live if I put a skit right here and before Nike's on my feet, you know what I'm saying? And then afterwards do some shit, or it'd be live if I did the, right before the Cry No More, let me do the, you know what I'm saying, the Trayvon Martin, news snippet. So I was just adding little pieces to the puzzle. That's what it seemed like. It was like half the shit in in order, and let me finish these little puzzle pieces and bring it all together as one.
Okay. Also, while you were since you've been staying in Houston, you were in Mo City, correct?
Yeah.
Now the city has a lot of history with Missouri City. Let's say Travis Scott. From the younger generation, we have Fo Gang, and I got a homie named Crooks. Yeah, you know Crooks?
Bro, that is my nigga.
Yeah. So Crooks,
like
and a lot of other people, you know, they took their hand at rapping, or you know, they just known in the city.
Yeah.
How did Nikes on My Feet come to fruition? Because that's one track that I actually saw you do, but that was years ago. I actually saw that track, and it kept getting retweeted on my timeline. Yeah. That was the first time I ever heard you actually rap in the video, and I was like, damn, this shit is cold, and I didn't know who you was at the time.
Yeah. How that came to fruition, like, because one thing, you know, just the artists that I listen to, like, I really pride myself on, like, authenticity. You know what I'm saying? That's the artist that I listen to, so I'm pretty sure that's where I got that from. But everybody who know me, they know, like, Marshawn about that shoe shit. You know what I'm saying? So I knew coming into it, rapping, like, okay, I gotta get on this Nikes on My Feet beat. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a must.
Yeah, and it's just like, anybody who listen to that shit just be like, yo, I fuck with that shit because I know that's you. Like, I even played that shit for some of my homies. And some of the shit that I'm spitting in there, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, I was getting shoes for half off, and, you know what I'm saying, I could have been flexing on nigga. Like, a lot of niggas just looking at it like, oh, that's facts. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga really did used to buy the shoes and then let them hoes sit a year and a half.
Yeah, because
shoes that came out sophomore year of high school, I was pulling them out like junior, senior year, like on ice. And niggas like, bro, where you get them shits from?
And it's been years ago.
Yeah.
So were you there for like Midnight Madness and things like that before, you know, before the shoe craze really, before the hype beast, you know, thing took off? Were you there right before then, or?
Yeah. I've been fucking with shoes since I was like younger. Like, it's crazy because really it started from like me being into Michael Jordan. Like, anytime I went to the library, elementary, I'm grabbing the sports section, looking at Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I knew the facts about the nigga, where he from, where is his birthday and shit like that. So then from there, I'm looking at different games and shit, and I'm looking at the shoes he got on. You know what I'm saying? That's where my craze for Jordans really came from.
Okay.
And then from there, you know, my pops used to just always caught me J's. And then it's like, as I got older, it became like a collecting thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want a large collection. I want to collect this shit. Like, and it just started from there, really. So I feel like I was there before
the hype beast craze.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed one thing about a lot of your music, you transition, well, especially on a rough draft, you transition and split one song into two. A lot of artists do that, but they never explain why they do that. Some of our favorite songs might not be the first half of the song, it might be the second. How did you come up with that plan with your music?
Shit, I don't even know, man. To be honest, because I think the first time I did it was Nikes on My Feet. And I just felt like, you know, I'm always thinking outside looking in. So I'm like, okay, I dropped the Nikes on My Feet single. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the video for it. And it's like, okay, let me surprise the people that I'm delivering this shit to with something extra on the end. So let me add that little snippet. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did for some of my tracks, like just trying to add something extra so it won't be the same listen. Because, you know, like when albums come out, you skip the singles. Like, nah, this is a single, but you're going to play it through.
You're going to play the rest of it. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I dig that. I dig that. Now, also, Hood Tales, man, that's my shit right there. I fuck with that shit because it's storytelling is very big in hip hop. Yeah. And if you could tell a good story, you can keep fans, you can keep somebody's attention. How did you come up with Hood Tales?
Man, the song or just like the visual?
We can go both.
Both. The song, man, was just me writing. You know what I'm saying? Me just when I was starting, it's like I was testing myself. It's like, okay, let me do Nikes on My Feet. Let me see if I can spit some shit that's just 100% authentic me. Okay, let me see if I can tell a story now. You know what I'm saying? Off of influences that I seen around, like shit where I'm growing up and shit. So it's like I was just testing myself. Like let me see if I can write a story, and then I just came up with Hood Tales.
Okay.
And the video. That shit just came with my director Kadrian. You know what I'm saying? I knew going into it, like, okay, I want to do a short film for this shit, because I know that's some different shit, especially up and coming artists wasn't doing. And I think when we released Hood Tales, the only other person I knew that was doing a short film was Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm saying? When he had his look, I can't remember the name of the
Oh,
album.
Blank Face? Yeah.
And then other than that, I ain't know too many people that was doing short films for like, you know what I'm saying, making it as like for your music and shit. So, you know what I'm saying, I approached him with the idea, and you know what I'm saying, we both was just bringing that shit to fruition, just bouncing ideas, and shit, that's what we came up with.
What were some of the places that she shot the video at?
All of that shit was in, I want to say it was in South Park. Okay. It was in South Park where we shot a lot of that stuff at, in the court and stuff like that. Was you know, downtown by the Toyota Center.
Oh yeah.
That's where we was at for that and shit like that.
When you shooting your music videos, do anybody look at you weird, kind of like, or anything like that? Because I know you had a bandage around your head, and you had the blood, and then you walked up on the girl and put her in the trunk. So.
Oh yeah, niggas, people always wondering like, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? And we like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it keep like a real reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do see people in the background in the videos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people always looking at me weird as shit. Especially because my videographer, he'd be like, man, go all out with it. Go all out with it. Sometimes you kind of a little timid because you know people looking at you, so you kind of like, yeah, but you gotta perform that shit.
Also, one thing I did notice was your beat selection. And I actually went through your YouTube and I seen some of your live videos was type beats. Have you ever copped, you know, a beat from YouTube and used it, or you just, you know, look at them and get some inspiration?
No, I cop a lot of beats from YouTube. That's where I reach out. I don't just download them like that. You know what I'm saying? I actually reach out to the producers, and then, you know what I'm saying, I chop it up with them because I know relationships is big. So, you know, you're always looking for producers. So, I'm always on YouTube looking for beats, man. Always. Cause it's not the only place, but it's one of the main places.
I noticed, you know, some of the rappers now, like even mainstream rappers, they'll tell you, hey, you know, I came up with my hit from a type beat. I just searched type beat and I end up finding a hit. How do you come up with your cadence and your flow? Because one thing I do notice is you rap fast and then you slow it down, but at the same time, it's lyrical. You don't ever dumb your lyrics down for nothing in your music. That's one thing I did notice. How did you come up with that?
Oh man, I don't even know. It hasn't for me, just because I feel like I don't have like a deep background and like, yeah, man, I've been rapping since I was 7. You know what I'm saying? I've been practicing with the pens. I really feel like I got that from me listening to other artists that I'm inspired by, and I always was like picked up on the lyrics so I can rap like Jay-Z. What more can I say word for word right now? And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I honestly rap that shit like in the shower and I'll play with his cadence. Or I'll rap a Kendrick Lamar song and I'll play with their cadence. So it's just like, I really think I got that inspiration from that type shit, like doing that. But I don't know where it came from really though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just natural really.
Okay. And on Pessimist, you say you don't fuck with religion. Mm-hmm. So why is that?
I wouldn't say that I wouldn't, I don't 100% fuck with religion. Because I'll say on that is, I told my girl, I did say I ain't fuck with religion. But to me, it's a thing of all of these religions have, because at the end of the day, all of these religions are teaching you the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To me, so.
In different ways.
In different ways. So it's like, it's basically just, long story short, these different religions are just different paths to the source. So it's just like, I would never look at a religion, like the only reason I have a problem with certain religions is because they feed it to the people that follow them. This is the only way. Like, your only way is through Jesus Christ, or your only way is through Prophet Muhammad. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with religion. That's the problem I have is when you force that down people's throat. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, all of these things, all of these books is basically teaching you how to live a good life on this earth and do good deeds. So it's like, to me, not one religion is over the other type shit. So that's why I say I don't really fuck with religion like that.
Okay. And on one of your other songs, I believe it was the update, you said something about you and your step-pops getting into it. Yeah. And you ended up having to move out on your own. Mm-hmm. So how did that come about? Because it's a common thing in the black community is a single mother will end up, you know, having another husband, another boyfriend, mm-hmm. and the son will be a little bit older, and they end up bumping heads, and instead of, you know, the stepdad getting out, the son will get out. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, how did that come about?
That was just like he was going through some personal shit, you know what I'm saying? I guess he was going through some problems or whatever, and nigga was really kind of like, I ain't really gonna speak on it too much. He was going through some problems though, you know what I'm saying? And he just flipped out on some weak shit, some coward shit. I say it, I don't give a fuck. And you know what I'm saying? At that point, you know, my mom's we was really going from like hotel to hotel because, you know what I'm saying, he had did the bullshit type shit. And from there, I think that was around the time the hurricane came last year.
Okay,
so,
okay.
So, and my mama, my little brother, he didn't want to leave his dad by himself, so he stayed at the house. You know what I'm saying? So my mama ended up around the hurricane. She worried about my little brother and shit. She went back to the crib, and I'm telling her like, you know, I'm 25, I'm 24, 25. I can't remember. I was 24 at the time. So I'm 25 right now. But I was telling her, you know, I'm grown, I'm good. Like I'm just gonna stay at my homie crib, you know. And I ended up, you know, bouncing from my homie crib, staying with my girl and shit like that until I just ended up getting my own spot.
Okay. Let me see. All right, and rap for a way out of here. You also have a lot of features. Are those people on your project, you know, you just regular everyday friends, or they artists you want to work with, or a little bit of both?
All of the features on Will Rap is my homies, and yeah, all of them will rap because I think I got my homie Guru 1-2. That's my nigga. That's my main nigga dude. So I got Jay Greer. That's my man. That's one of my main niggas. Relly is my nigga too. That's actually was my engineer around the time he engineered everything on there, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so that's all my homies on there.
Okay. So what's next for Shun?
Oh man, we taking shit to the next level, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some projects. I got projects done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really trying to get everything that goes behind the project. Cause now that I know, you know, I dropped the Rough Draft. I got a nice little fan base off that. I dropped Will Rap. Got an even bigger fan base off that. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, okay, outside looking in, people expecting more. They're expecting to step up. So right now I'm just getting everything in line and bring that shit to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I know a lot of your music, you know, you might drop a single, then maybe, you know, a little bit of time will go by, you drop the video with it. So I know you want to make sure everything is right, you know, so you can push it out all at the same time.
Yeah, especially because me looking at it, especially with the type of music that I make, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at it as like a business mind, you know what I'm saying? I got to have my marketing and shit right behind it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not worried about, I want to go viral, but I'm not trying to go viral and have a label sign me. Like, nah, I'm trying to put my own money up, you know what I'm saying, do whatever I need to do, get all of that in return, then break my people off. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at the shit.
Okay. So what's the social media handle so we can get some people following you and following your story?
Oh, man. Y'all can follow me everywhere at _SHUNMEOUT _. That's _Shunmeout _.
All right, man. I want to thank you for letting me interview you. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is Ghetto Educated Kings and class is not dismissed.
Yeah.